All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before we even jump on into this video, I just want to give you guys a quick update on AppMy. Yes, it is officially done with Hedera. They are still on the GC. They're still going to remain on the GC, but they are done using the Hedera consensus service. I think that this is a big smack in the face. It does suck to see, but we're not really missing out, if I'm being honest, and I'm going to explain why here in a second. But first, I got to say, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So let's talk about it, right? Are we really missing out on much? No, because Atmo was never a big buyer of HBAR. They would get HBAR through OTC deals, essentially. So they would never actually be a positive, I should say, force when it comes to HBAR. Sure, they created a lot of transactions on the network. Sure, it was great for, network revenue. But at the end of the day, they didn't really bring much to Hedera through Atma.io. Was it a good use case? Sure, technically it was, but it was never utilized at full scale, and it really didn't provide much for the network outside of just revenue creation. But I'm glad that we finally get the update. I'm fine that we finally got, I think that's great that we finally got, some transparency from Hedera, because for the most part, we weren't getting any transparency when it comes to, a few of these big things that were ongoing with the network. So I'm glad that we put some focus on it, and I'm glad that we finally got an answer to it. Now, outside of this, again, like I said, it's not that bearish. I'm not too concerned about this. I'm just glad that we got it out of the way. Let's talk about something that is very bullish for HBAR. Let's talk about something that's going to ignite Hedera and really start to see a big change in the network. DeFi. Back in May, there was a great post from the HBAR Foundation, and it was talking about DeFi Spring, up to 100 million HBAR incentives for DeFi. The HBAR Foundation launches DeFi growth initiatives as TVL soars 87% in Q1. Now, if we actually look into this, this is all focused on DeFi 2.0. And now that many critical infrastructure elements are up and running, the ecosystem is ready to take the next steps on its way to Hedera 2.0. We've put together the following framework and enlisted the help of a few friends to help optimize the DeFi experience for everyone from beginning to end, regardless of their current level of expertise. And here we have the 100 million HBAR, which will be circulated throughout the DeFi economy. We have a few players here. For an example, we have the educate, new crypto users about Hedera through CoinGecko Learn to Earn, celebrate Hedera network interoperability through the Axeler Galaxy Quest. We also have accelerate access, support the DeFi participants through SaucerSwap's HBAR Discord faucet, fee-free purchase of Hedera ecosystem assets through C14, support bridged asset ecosystem through SaucerSwap, and then of course we have a few other ones down here in terms of like Stater, and also more SaucerSwap integration with some HTS assets. For the most part, it doesn't really give us, an insight on some of the newer projects, which we will be talking about. But if we actually look at some of the ecosystem players, we have wallets and front ends. Here we have Hashpack, Blade, Kabila, Arculus, Tangem, DCENT. We have staking, Account 800, Stater Liquid Staking as well. DAO tolling, Hashio DAO, Galaxy DAO tolling as well. Aggregators, liquidity management, Ichi, DEXs and AMMs, SaucerSwap, HeliaSwap, and even Pangolin. We also have tooling, Pyth, Supra. We also have Node Infrastructure Validation Cloud, Archaea, Hashio, Data Visibility, DApp, Radar, DeFi Llama, and also the Graph Indexing. And then down here we have custodians, BitGo, Hextrust, Zero Hash, DFNS. And then we also have Bridges, Hashport, Axeler, Payment Service Provider, C14, MoonPay, Bangza, Transact, and also Simplex, Zero Hash, then units of value as well. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this all up is because I want you guys to understand all of the players that were already a part of the DeFi ecosystem. Now we are starting to see some even newer faces rising up around the DeFi market for Hedera. Now, I bring this up because if we go over to Ethereum, it has over almost $4 billion tied to it. Solana has $15.2 billion tied to it. These are networks that are absolutely massive for the space. The reason why is because of their TVL. Their TVL equals fees. Their fees equal revenue. Also, the TVL equals volume, inflows, active addresses. I mean, it's all great for network effects. If we look at the top categories here in terms of Ethereum, liquid staking is number 1. Number 2 is lending. If we look at Solana, number 1 is liquid staking. I don't know too much about these other ones, but liquid staking obviously is a big one. Lending is also another one. And even if we actually look at the categories, I've always put a spotlight on this, right? Outside of liquid staking being number 1, lending is number 2. Bridges is number 4. If we look at what's happening here around TVL within DeFi, we know that the next wave is going to be institutions. I've been putting a big spotlight on this. Even if we go over here from June 28th, this is from Denton's Institutional DeFi Navigating the Landscape. Delve into the rapidly evolving world of institutional decentralized finance. This publication provides an in-depth analysis of how blockchain technologies are reshaping the financial sector. From traditional banking systems to innovative investment solutions, the white paper explores the challenges, opportunities, and future directions of DeFi, offering valuable insights for financial institutions looking to navigate this new terrain. Now, if we think about this and we're looking at Hedera, how is Hedera going to benefit from institutional DeFi initiatives? Because again, it continues to be a big focus. Even November 20th, 2024, there's going to be a big event. How DeFi impacts collateral and traditional market structure. Because as we really look at what's going on here, we continue to see the institutional side of things heating up around DeFi. And Hedera is not shy to this. Back in August, Copper integrated with Hedera. This was all based around institutional DeFi. And it was more so around custody, staking, and even DeFi itself for Hedera. It was also based around tokenization initiatives, but mainly tokenizing, or not tokenizing. It was more so around institutional clients, right? Institutional trading and DeFi for institutions, obviously with Hedera. This was a game changer. It was a big thing that actually opened my eyes to the fact that we are now in the institutional phase of DeFi. Even over here, more recently, October 24th, Layer 0. Layer 0 integrated with Hedera. This was to create more opportunity for EVM-based institutional liquidity inflows to the Hedera network. And this is for EVM-based institutional DeFi liquidity. Institutional DeFi is the focus. Here you guys even have it. Now, they do have some of the benefits here. We have interoperability, dApp connectivity, and also liquidity. And here we have the full Layer 0 breakdown of the network, the off-chain infrastructure, and even the destination network as well. And here we have by the numbers, 50 billion plus value transferred, 138 million plus total messages, 200 plus applicants or applications built on Layer 0, and then 70 plus supported blockchains. Now, next up, going back to just October 29th, Chainlink and Hedera, also another big integration. This is to scale with, this is joining Chainlink Scale to access data feeds and also for Chainlink CCIP to be integrated on Hedera. Now, if we actually look at the focus, again, this is from Elaine Song, the VP of Strategy at the HBAR Foundation. Chainlink data feeds support the creation of high-quality retail and institutional DeFi apps, and CCIP's secure cross-chain interoperability ensures that it will be accessible to more people without sacrificing UX. Again, this is all based around institutional DeFi initiatives. Institutional DeFi is the focus. This is why I do believe that this is why I do believe that the DeFi 2.0 push from Hedera is going to be absolutely massive. And talking about it, it's already erupting on Hedera. DeFi 2.0 is erupting on Hedera right now, which will fuel the next big TVL wave for HBAR. I strongly believe this. Let's talk about it. Number 1, Liquidity is now being tracked on DeFi Llama. This is a decentralized borrowing protocol that enables users to take interest-free loans, which are over-collateralized, backed by HBAR, and paid out in HCHF, a stablecoin pegged to the Swiss franc. And if we actually look, yes, it's already tracking the TVL, $760,901 at the time that this got posted yesterday. It was, or 2 days ago, actually, it was at 687,000. By the time that this does go live, this will probably be close to 1 million. And also, if we look at some of these other ones like the Vinci Graph, HeliSwap, HBAR Suit, like all of these are big players around Hedera already. Bonso just recently launched, almost at $4 million in TVL. TVL just surpassed 70 million. I do believe that this is going to be on a massive uptrend very, very soon. And again, this is going to lead to 24-hour volume, which will lead to revenue creation on the network, lead to users. And by the way, if you look at this, it already has DEXs, it already has liquid staking, it already has lending. The three of the biggest players in the categories of DeFi. So as we think about Hedera, it's already, it already has everything under its belt to take over in terms of DeFi TVL. Now, also, what's not on here in terms of all the names is Serial Finance. Serial Finance is still in testnet. This is also going to be a game changer. We actually have here in Q3 and Q4, they are working on the machine learning model release. And then, of course, when we look at that full launch, that's going to probably be around 2025. But they have the token and governance launching at the end of Q4 of this year as well. I'm very excited about this project. I think that this is going to be a big one. Already has some very strong partners within the ecosystem already. I think that everyone should focus on Serial Finance. And also, if you go to the testnet, you could see what the testnet looks like. I have talked about Serial Finance for a little bit of time now because of the fact that I do believe that it is going to be a big game changer. Now, outside of just this app, let's go back to Bonso Finance because I want to put another spotlight on Bonso Finance because if we look at the full breakdown, which I did not look at in the previous videos, we have Bonso Finance as the liquidity layer of Hedera, an open source, non-custodial lending and borrowing protocol based on Avi, adapted to the Hedera EVM and native token service. We have here total value locked in first 24 hours, greater than $2 million. Total value locked in Web3 lending protocols, $34 billion. Hedera's network infrastructure and hashgraph consensus offers unique advantages for DeFi lending and borrowing with low fixed fees and rapid transactions. Retail and institutional users, they have another big focus on institution, are ensured a fast, MEV, resistant, and affordable experience. Now, if we look down here, we could see the full breakdown of what Bonso looks like. I already did a video on it. I showed you guys what it looks like. This is all around over-collateralized loans, liquidity pulls, you name it. Here we actually have a full step-by-step process of how it all works. And by the way, all of the big players in this space are tapped in, like Hashpack, Kabila, Blade, even Wallet Connect with MetaMask as well. Like this whole process is going to be incredible for the ecosystem. And we have verifiable, auditable points program, Hedera Consensus Service as well. This is a big one because this is that leaderboard that I did mention in the previous video. If you actually look at it, you can see the total value, the total points earned, points per day, supply points, borrow points, and even global points. You could also see on the right side, this is like a multiplier for the Bonso NFT collectibles multiplier itself. Like this, what we are seeing being created through some of these projects on Hedera, it's definitely something interesting. It's very interesting to me. And we have down here that the Hedera Network's Oracle price feed integrations as well. This is with Supra and Pyth. Ensures reliable price feeds for crypto assets found across the Hedera economy, making those feeds accessible to EVM smart contract-based protocols and applications. You can actually see that down here, working in real time with Sauce, Wrapped HBAR, for an example, HBAR USD, HBAR USDT, Karate Wrapped HBAR, Dovu Wrapped HBAR, HST Wrapped HBAR, and many more as well. But I'm very excited about this. And, just like I said before, these are all of the players that are ushering in DeFi 2.0 on Hedera. This next generation of DeFi represents a significant leap forward with integrations into critical Web3 infrastructure, the deployment of new DeFi protocols, and anticipated growth of key DeFi ecosystem health metrics such as total value locked, trading volume, and stablecoins, native USDC liquidity. Bonso Finance is contributing across a few key levels, or areas, I should say. Stablecoin liquidity and utilization, wrapped bridged asset support, DAO governance as well. When we look at what's going on here, DeFi 2.0 is about to erupt massively, and it is going to set Hedera on fire to blaze a path to the top list of the TVL rankings. And I do think that's only a matter of time until Hedera really has a very big name in the DeFi space. I'm very excited for the future for DeFi, especially on Hedera, because it is so efficient for DeFi. So let's watch, wait, and see. Let's definitely participate as community members as well around DeFi to really kind of grow the network. And let's see where this takes us. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.